I'm Tim Kearns, and this is Panther Preview, brought to you by the Glory Food Store, 268 Rantoul Street in Beverly. Joining me once again before this week's game is Beverly Panther head coach Jeff Hutton. Jeff, welcome once again.
Oh, thanks, Tim. Good to be here.
Good. Now we're getting into real time. It's football time coming up this weekend. Haverhill is going to be your opponent. But before we do that, let's take a look at the Panthers themselves for 2022. Let's look at the backfield in particular. So can we go through the quarterback and your starting backfield?
Perfect. So we had a pretty good competition in camp at quarterback, and junior Brian Kessel ended up taking over as our starting quarterback this season. Logan Petrosino from baseball fame at Beverly here is now our second quarterback, but he's also kind of like our Swiss Army knife because he can play receiver for us, he can play running back for us, so he's going to be on the field as much as we possibly can, even in a role that's not quite a quarterback. And we do have some packages for him because he is deceptively athletic. Like when you see him, you're not quite sure, but then when you see him on the field, he just makes guys miss. He's a tough kid. He's a great leader, so he's accepted that role, and we're really excited to be able to use him in a very different ways. Our starting running back is Marcelo Pinto. He played a little bit last year, and he's behind three good senior running backs, especially at the tailback position. He's had a great spring and a great summer workouts, and he had a great two scrimmages where he's really shown some breakaway speed that even I joke about where that came from. So he's ready to have a great year. We got Devin Smalls, one of our captains. He moved from receiver to wingback for us in our wing T offense. So he's the jet guy. He's the counter guy. He's the guy out in pass plays more often than a typical running back would be. We got some good depth pieces. We have Kevin Hubbard, who's a junior, who's also had a great JV season at running back for us. He's now going to be the backup running back at what we call our F-back or fullback. And we have a couple guys at B-back, and Robert Felix, who's a senior, and Roman Sullivan, who is a sophomore. Okay,
so could we expect to see a few halfback options in the as a wrinkle in the Beverly offense this year?
Well, it's like the Patriots. It's always nice to have a guy that has an idea how to play quarterback and throw. It just adds another dynamic to your offense.
Okay, let's take a look at your preparations into this Friday night's game against Haverhill. Not a team you've played a lot in the past, so you don't have a lot of knowledge of the team. How do you prepare for that game as opposed to starting off in a traditional Northeast Conference game where you're playing a Salem, a Marblehead, a Swampscott, or even a Gloucester?
Sure. Well, a lot of it's on reputation. Like they're a tough team. They're a city team. They're in the Merrimack Valley, and that's just a really good conference top to bottom. Just like Northeastern Conference can be and has been in times where from top to bottom it is a battle. Same thing over there. Even if they don't have a great record, you're in a football game. So you've got to prepare for that. You got to be physically ready. You got to be mentally ready. For us, we played them last year, and they were really young. They were all sophomores and juniors playing. So now it's the same guys. They've got a year bigger, a year faster, a year tougher. They know their offense a little more. They showed really well in the one scrimmage we got. So it's you go by what you got, and we try to match up with some of the stuff and the positions that they had from the kids that played last year. And then it's week one, you just get after it, and you hope you get ahead early, and you can cruise to the finish line.
All right, Coach, it's been a long day. I want to thanks for your time, and best of luck this weekend.
Thank you, Tim.